Hey, my name is Matt O'Neill. I run an agency called Ichigo. This is Marketing in Crisis, Episode 2. How great of a marketer would you be if you could predict the future? If you could market in hindsight? We would all be so much better at our jobs, right? It's easy. So COVID 19 hits, right? And you missed. Your company missed. My first instinct as a marketer when something happens and we missed is to blame other people. I'd blame your team, I'd blame your boss, I'd blame your CEO, blame bureaucracy, whatever you want. But find someone else to blame other than yourself. But the truth is, and when you look in the mirror on this one and you really start to understand what happens in the world, like you're at fault here, and you're the only one to blame. So what I would honestly do first is start thinking about the reasons why. Were you guys unprepared, right? Were you prepared but couldn't get approvals or couldn't get budget, right? Were you prepared and had budget, but the creative came back and it missed big. It was off tonally, it was off correctly, or someone else beat you to the punch for your same idea or similar idea, and so you pull everything down, right? That's an issue. But you can get in front of all these problems. I'm about to tell you how you can actually predict the future. We could have predicted COVID-19, right? Whether you wanted to believe it or not, it was coming. We watched it in China, we watched it in Italy. This was simple. Look, I'm not saying 19 years out in the future I want you to predict some new global pandemic. I'm just saying in the next 3 to 6 to 9 to 12 months, you can figure out what's going to happen, basically. So what else is coming? You want to be able to predict the future on a regular basis. How are you going to do it? Start reading some articles. Start talking to people. Start thinking about this in terms of the future. Sit in a room. Grab people. What big events are going to happen in my industry in the next year, in my area, in my country? Start talking about it. You'll position yourself in a way that the future starts to become reality to you and not some far off distant thing. Man, I'll give you one easy one guaranteed future event. And I want to know if you're ready for it. We're going to go back to work. Businesses are going to reopen, right? In the next year. Push it out. Maybe you think this is going to go crazy. 11 more months from now, I guarantee you we will be back to work. Small businesses, big businesses, arenas, stadiums. Games will be played. It might be in front of no fans first. How are you going to react to that? What's your marketing around that? What's your messaging around that? And then full stadiums too. What does that feel like? What does that look like? So what else? Like what else in your industry, in your area? Like think about it. Think about disasters. Are you in Tornado Alley? Are you in an earthquake zone? Right? Think about heroes. I mean, you could have what local heroes? How are you going to support a local hero or a national hero going forward? Like what else? I'm not asking you to be Nostradamus here, and I'm not asking you to think of 1 million things. You could wind yourself up thinking about 1 million events. You don't need to do it. Go big. Read some articles. There are people out there paid to do this or dying to do this, which is think through the future in your industry, in your city, in your state, in your country. Go read. Go talk to people. Have some conversations. Get the absolute biggest events and really think through, hey, here's a top 5. Now you go create marketing plans around these 5 big future events that you know are going to happen. Create them now. Create storyboards. Go get approvals. Go get creative approval. Go get budget approval. Like this is going to happen. Do it now when you're not in crisis, when you have your mind, when you have your wits about you, when your boss is not in crisis, when your team is not in crisis. Go handle all of this right now. And look, you may get down the road on something and this may occur. So let's say pre-COVID-19, you saw this coming, right? You thought, man, the National Guard is going to play a huge role in this thing. And you build all this creative around the National Guard. You have this whole plan in place. And you already have approvals and the whole thing. And this hits, and you know what? They're not. Doctors and nurses are the ones that are being celebrated. The National Guard over to the side. Then you take this great, well-formulated plan and you make tweaks to it. And you walk in your boss's office and say, hey, I know we had this approved. We have new data. We're going to shift right here. This is our shift. We're going to celebrate this. We're going to tweak this. We're going to do this. Here's our hero. Here's our changes. Let's go. Are we approved? Think of the confidence you'd walk in there for yourself. Just think how confident you'd be, and then think of how confident your boss would be in you and your plan if that's the way you went about it. Predict the future. You can do this. Go be better. Be a better marketer. Thanks for watching.